What is up, everyone? It's Matt, your Aravaipa virtual race director here, and we're doing a little bit of something different today. So, basically, the concept of this live stream is to kind of take everyone through the 2021 version of the Limitless Vertical Challenge. Take you through kind of the details, kind of the what is it, the 10,000 foot overview, as they say, and to answer any questions. So I do have the live chat pulled up here to my left for anyone who's in the chat. I'll be able to answer questions as they come up throughout the course of this event. But again, just want to take you all through any all the details of Limitless and answer any questions you have. So we are going to start with just kind of a brief overview of what the Limitless Vertical Challenge is. So, this is not a new event. We did this event in 2020, and I know there were a lot of people who participated and enjoyed that. Some of the things that are new this year to the Limitless Vertical Challenge, and let me actually just pull up the website here. So I'll just kind of take you through this. So this is part of our virtual series called the Slam Series, which corresponds with 4 events that Jamil Curry, the founder of Aravaipa, is participating in this year for his Slam of the Damned Part 2. So this event kind of corresponds with the Hardrock 100. So this will actually occur kind of before the race as Jamil is in his peak training. So he'll be able to participate alongside many of you. One of the big things that's different this year from last year is that this is a 10-day event this year instead of a 7-day event. Badges will be new for those of you who participated last year, but that's not all. We didn't just give you 3 extra days of vert just to, make you miserable as you're grinding out vert that is numbing your legs, but we did incorporate a lot of cool experiential stuff. So I'm actually going to scroll straight down to that, and we'll come back to some of this other stuff here. So one of the kind of cool things that we are doing this year is we'll be doing daily live shows during the week, and we'll be doing daily challenges. So I'm going to pull up these daily challenges, and so these will start on Friday. The event starts Friday, June 26th, or 25th, rather. And the first event, the first challenge will be what I'm calling 5K Friday. So any runner who basically climbs more than 5,000 feet in the day will be entered to win. And so that's just an example of some of the challenges that we're going to have. So I don't want to get too into the challenges just yet, but I will be kind of detailing all of those in general. But that's one of the big experiential pieces that we added this year. As you can see, we have our 2 different categories. So we have our virtual vert and our vert is real category. And so basically what those are, the virtual vert category means if you're running exclusively on your treadmill or you are running a combination of outdoors and on your treadmill, this is the category you would be participating in. Now, the way that Run Sign Up, who we're using for our registration and tracking platform, the way they work, they classify things as the only way to really classify things is by teams. So when you register, you will select one of 2 teams. Those teams correspond with these categories. So you will either be Team Virtual Vert, which is the treadmill category, or you will be Team Vert is Real, which means you are going to run all of your runs outside in the great outdoors, climbing up mountains and things of that nature. So the one that kind of downside to Run Sign Up is that you can't filter the the results leaderboard by teams. So the results are going to be displayed just whoever has the most gain, regardless of category. You will be able to see what team each participant is on. So you'll be able to kind of look through and see where you're at and see how many people from each category are ahead of you. That being said, when we do post the results to our website, we will filter those out into separate results sets. So you will be able to see how you stacked up against either the Vert is real people or the virtual Vert people. So let's go back here to the website real quick. And so another thing that is new, like I said, is the updated badges. So last year, we had a handful of badges that tapped out or topped out at the double Everest, which was, I think, 58,000 feet of gain in 1 week. Well, because we know how incredibly ambitious and crazy all of you are, we changed up our categories here. So over the course of 10 days, we've got categories. Seatown fan, this is live. Yes, I can see you in the chat, Seatown fan. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask away. I'm happy to answer any questions that anyone in the live chat has. But these different badges, kind of, some of them correspond with, the Hardrock 100, which is kind of the inspiration behind this year's race. And some of them don't. But we definitely wanted to give you all a variety of options to kind of set your sights towards. And so over the course of 10 days, as you kind of rack up Vert, you will achieve these badges. So you will get digital versions of the badges you see here. So starting off with Mile High, which is 5,280 feet. Then we've got Handy's Peak, which is the high point on the Hardrock 100 course, one of Colorado's many 14ers. The next level is Denali Peak, which is the highest peak in North America. We've got the classic Mount Everest. We've got Hardrock Dreamin', which is the total Vert for the Hardrock 100. We've got six-figure Vert, which is 100,000 feet in 10 days. And to put this in perspective, during our Raised by Rams vertical challenge earlier this year, we actually had some participants hit 100,000 feet of gain in 1 week, which is still to this day mind-boggling. We've got our double Everest. Sorry that I'm reading these out of order here a little bit. We've got our double Everest, which is 58,000 feet. We've got our Barkley, which is the total Vert in the Barkley Marathon, and then our highest badge, the Seven Summits badge, which is 142,110 feet, which again is astronomical to accomplish in 10 days. This badge corresponds with the total vertical gain. If you were to, or the total, I want to get this right, I'm sorry. The total, elevation of the tallest peak on each of the 7 continents. So if you added up the tallest peak in North America, South America, so on and so forth, those 7 peaks would add up to this amount. And so back to the studio cam here. I see Stefan Fiendero in the chat, a.k.a. Santa Hat Kid, who evolved into Stefan Claus. Shout out to you, my friend. Thank you for joining the chat, man. I really appreciate it. I hope the milk and cookies that were delivered to you at the finish line of the Cocodona 250 were sufficient and met your standards. Jesus in the chat, is this meant for humans? I actually am asking that same question, Jesus. I don't know if the participants in these challenges are humans or machines or mountain goats or what they are, but everyone who participates, regardless of your badge level that you accomplish, is incredible. So one of the cool things about this race is you do unlock badges as you go. So at the start of the race, you may think that you are only able to hit the Handy's Peak badge at just over 14,000 feet, but once you accomplish that, you're able to keep going and strive for the next badge there, which let me actually pull that back up because I can't remember off the Denali Peak badge. So that's one of the really cool things about this event is that you are able to kind of keep leveling up, which I think is super fun and interesting. And as you see other participants out there and what they're achieving, hopefully that motivates you. And the week or in the daily live streams that we're providing kind of motivate you to continue to climb even when maybe you don't feel like it sometimes. let's see. So the next thing I want to do, I'm going to pull it back to the website here, is I'm going to do a little bit of a deep dive here into the um, daily challenges. So you can see here that the daily challenges and the schedule are laid out on the website. So if you want more information on that, but I'm going to describe them briefly here, just to give you all a little bit more perspective on these. And each challenge we will, I'll kind of go into a description, the live stream prior, and then we'll announce the winners of each challenge the live stream after. So let's go ahead and we'll start with Friday. Again, this is to win a Run Steep Get High pack. This is Friday, the 25th of June, which is the first day of the event. 5,000 feet or more. Basically, you just have to post your daily vert on our Instagram page at Aravaipa Virtual. If you aren't following us over there, definitely go follow us. That's where all the virtual stuff happens. So it's a lot of fun there. So definitely check that out. And this is where all of the challenges will kind of be highlighted. So we'll move on. We have a weekend challenge, which is our Strong Start Challenge. And the winner of that will receive an Aravaipa Strong kind of prize pack. And so basically what you do is create, go out, rack up your vert, create an Instagram post using the hashtag Limitless Strong Start. And the person with the most vert for the weekend, you have to tag Aravaipa Virtual as well. But whoever has the most vert for the Saturday and Sunday combined will win that Aravaipa Strong prize pack. We'll move on to Monday. We've got Motivation Monday. Basically, you just need to share your motivation to climb with us. Again, tag Aravaipa Virtual, and we will kind of select the winner of that prize drawing, and they will win a free entry into our next race, which is Summertime Binge, and that's a fixed-time virtual event, which actually starts the Friday after Limitless ends. So you can knock out two virtual races back-to-back there. But we'll also highlight a number of these stories on the live stream. So that's one of the fun things about doing these live streams is that we get to kind of follow along with everyone's stories and share those with the masses. That next Tuesday is Top of the World Tuesday. This is to win an Aravaipa Running prize pack, and you just need to share your best summit photo with us. So we know that you all are going to be out there racking up the vert. Maybe it's in the morning, maybe it's in the evening, but we want to see your best summit photos. They can be a selfie, they can be anything. So, and I do have a question in the chat here from Seatown Fan. Dumb question. No question is a dumb question, Seatown Fan, just so you know. What are the best ways to get vert? I think that's going to be dependent on where you live and what you have available to yourself. So if you have a Nordic Track treadmill or an incline trainer, that's obviously going to be the best way to get total vert because you don't have to run downhill. If that isn't your thing, if you want to be outside, which I think is a great opportunity for most people, I think it really just depends on what you have available and what your strengths are. For some people, it's short hill repeats is the best way for them to get vert. For some people, it's hiking long continuous summits. So it really just depends what you have at your disposal and what works best for you. But I think there's a number of ways. When I lived in the great state of Georgia, just outside Atlanta, I did a lot of hill repeats to do any sort of vertical challenge and to get vertical gain in during training. So a lot of it depends where you're at and what climbs you have available to you. But that would be my suggestion, is just to see what works best for you. Moving on to Wednesday's challenge, Workout Wednesday. And so this actually kind of ties directly into this. And we're going to be giving away some Run Flat, Stay Low merch here. And so obviously this is a climbing challenge. So why are we giving away Run Flat, Stay Low stuff? Well, because Run Flat, Stay Low embodies Workout Wednesday. So we want you to go out. It's not about getting in a ton of vertical gain for this specific challenge. Obviously, the entire challenge is to get a lot of vertical gain, but we want you to share your elevation profile or your Strava track with us so that we can see the number of hill repeats you get in one single workout. So you'll need to tag Aravaipa Virtual to share that. The runner with the most number of hill repeats will win that run flat, stay low prize pack. And so we've got another question in the chat here, Matthew Shane. Sorry if I did not pronounce that right, Matthew. What happens if I go on a multi-day night trip and can't upload the results until I have service again? Does it still count for each day and challenge? So in terms of like the overall event, you don't actually have to upload each day. The leaderboard will tabulate just based on total vertical gain, but for each daily challenge, we would need like you to submit your data for that day's challenge before we announce the winner, basically. So I don't know if that fully answers your question. If it doesn't, in the chat, just let me know. But I think the way I understand it is whether it would count towards each challenge, and we would just need to be able to verify your like challenge entry before we announce it or before we choose a winner. But in terms of like the overall event total, it wouldn't impact that at all. And if you do end up having any issues with like the overall event standings, just shoot me an email or something like that, or we can kind of look more into it and address it closer to time. But let me know if that answered your question. If not, I'll definitely come back to it again to try and provide more clarity. And so now moving to the Thursday challenge, 10K Thursday, similar to the first challenge of this event, 10,000 feet of gain to be entered into a raffle for an entry into our Merry Vertmas virtual event, which is from December 1st through Christmas, 25-day climbing challenge. It is amazing. It was awesome last year. So 10,000 feet of vert. You enter that the same way you do the Friday one, where you go to our Aravaipa virtual page. We'll have a dedicated post on there for you to enter your vertical gain in the comments section. So just be on the lookout for that. And again, each live stream prior to the challenge, I will be detailing these challenges as well. Friday's challenge on July the 2nd, Fast Friday. And this is for a $75 credit to any Aravaipa virtual race. So this is ultra sign-up credit. Any Aravaipa race that is hosted on Run Sign-Up, you will be able to use $75 towards. So, and that, oh, sorry, I didn't hit the button over here. My goodness. And so the challenge here for Fast Friday is how fast you can accumulate 1,000 feet of gain. And so you need to basically send us a screenshot of your activity, and it needs to have 1,000 feet of gain in the amount of time. So then the amount of time for that activity. So in order to participate in this challenge, you might need to split your normal run up into multiple runs so that you can save your first 1,000 feet in that time to be able to enter this challenge. So moving on to Saturday, this is the Steep Squad Saturday. So the winner of this will get a Run Steep, Get High prize pack. We want your distance and total vert, and we will calculate the steepest run. And whoever has the steepest run will win. So if you run 4,000 feet in 4 miles, you accumulated 1,000 feet per mile. So that would be your kind of steepness, or how we will judge that. So that is how we will do that. And again, you'll get a Run Steep, Get High prize pack. And then last and certainly not least, I hope that everyone noticed we are finishing this event on 4th of July. So what better way to start your 4th of July holiday than to go out, get your last bit of vert in, and then to come back and celebrate. And so in order to participate in this, we want to see your best celebration. It can be a post-run selfie. It can be a celebration dance. It can be you winning your virtual beverage of choice, or you enjoying your beverage of choice post-run. We want to see how you celebrate. And again, you'll just need to tag Aravaipa Virtual to enter, and you will be entered into the Aravaipa Virtual Distance Carnival virtual event, which is a new event for us, and that is actually going to be event number 4 in the virtual slam series of events, and that'll happen later this year. So those are going to be the challenges. And again, the challenges this year are part of what we're doing to help kind of bring you like a more fun experience, and to keep you interested over the course of 10 days. And again, as I said, we'll be having a live stream similar to this each weekday. So Friday the 26th, then Monday through Friday the next week. And then we'll also have a post-event kind of wrap-up show that following week. And these live streams are a lot of fun. Again, we'll have the chat pulled up during these live streams, so I'll be able to check in with you all. We'll pull in our Instagram feed and take a look at how everyone's doing on Instagram. We'll take a look at the leaderboards. What else will we do? We'll do a lot of fun stuff. So that's kind of the experiential part. And before I get to kind of the fun part, which is all the amazing swag, I do want to just take you all to the run sign up page here. And so to register for the event, you can go to runsignup.com/IamLimitless. This is the page that you will be brought to. You've got your race info, you've got your sign up here, you've got a description. A lot of this is stuff just from the website as well. It describes the categories. And again, I want to emphasize the categories. When you go to register, you will select a team. That team corresponds to these categories so that we can basically identify you in the results as to whether or not you were in the Vert is real category, which is no treadmills, or the virtual Vert category, which means you can use treadmills. And another thing, just to kind of touch on real quick, is if you do change your mind midway through the event, you can just email me and I can manually switch your team so that you show up in the proper category when we do the final results. There's a brief description on the Limitless experience, which is what we're calling kind of our challenges and live shows. Again, a big part of what we want to do here, and I'm going to bring it to the studio cam just so that I can talk to you for a minute. A big part of what we want to do here is just make this the most fun experience for you all. So that's the big reason that we're doing these daily live streams and these daily challenges with prize giveaways is we know how hard it can be to have the motivation, especially down here in Arizona, in the Southwest, in hotter climates during the summer, to like get out the door each day and continue training. So that's a big part of what we're trying to do here, especially for all of you who like to go out and grind Vert, but are maybe just like lacking the motivation a little bit during the summer months, or maybe even those of you who are new to grinding out Vert. We want to make it as fun as possible. So that's why we're trying to create these fun experiences for you all so that we can play a small role in your you flourishing this year. So I'm going to go back to the website here. And so, sorry, I lost my mouse there for a second, y'all. All right, and so the last thing, and this is important, so if you don't listen to anything else I say during this live stream, please listen to this part because I think this is one of the things that I get emails about, asking questions about the most, is uploading results. And so I try to highlight it every race just so that you kind of can go back and reference it, but best practices for uploading your results. The easiest way to upload your results is to manually enter your time, distance, and Vert. The way Run Sign Up works, there is no auto syncing with Strava or your GPS watch or anything like that. You are able to upload like a .tcx or a .gpx file usually. Sometimes the platform doesn't read them quite the same, so you may lose Vert in the process. So your watch may say you got 5,000 feet of Vert, but the way Run Sign Up kind of reads that file, they may only give you credit for 4,800 feet of Vert or something like that. They may short you a little bit. So, yeah, just the other big thing is to make sure that everything is fun and fair. Just be honest. Like I said above, the easiest way to enter your data is to manually go in and just type it in. But events like this are only fun if everyone plays by the same rules. So don't lie, basically. Just be honest, be good people like I know you all are. So um, then just try and follow some of these other best practices if you can as well. So uh, enter your activities as frequently as you can. I know for some of you, like Matthew was saying in the chat, if you go on a multi-day event, it may be a couple days before you can upload. That's okay. The biggest reason for this is just so that we can kind of keep track of the live leaderboard a little bit more effectively, and so that you can kind of get the full experience of unlocking virtual badges and progressing and things like that. The other thing is just to keep evidence of your activity. So if you're uploading to Garmin or Strava, those activities are going to be stored. If you're on a treadmill, make sure you take a photo of your screen. I only need to see this if I am looking at the results and there's a discrepancy or there's something that doesn't look right. And if I need kind of proof of your activity, I'll reach out to you. But if I don't reach out to you, just know that I know that you're kind of operating on the same honor system that we all are. So again, and sometimes those situations when you're manually entering data can be as simple as you mishit a button or something like that. So again, if I see anything that's out of the ordinary, I'll reach out to you just to kind of talk through it and see what's going on. And then the last thing, make sure all of your results are submitted by 11:59 p.m. Arizona time on the 4th of July. So basically this way we can get all the results tabulated real quick. We can get the results up on our website in the next few days, and then we can also kind of move forward with our post-event live show as quickly as possible so that we can celebrate everyone's accomplishments. And so that is kind of what the Run Sign Up website is. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. I'm happy to answer anyone's questions. And if I see any in the chat, I will address them. But we will kind of keep it moving. And here is some of the kind of the key things to know here. Again, this is just kind of highlighting some of this stuff. We'll have daily live streams. Those will be during weekdays only. We're not going to have them on the weekends. And those will happen at 3 p.m. Arizona time. And we will basically we'll announce our prize winners for the previous day's challenge. We'll dive into the next day's challenge. We'll take a look at the leaderboard and the Instagram, and I don't know, we'll hang out and have a lot of fun. So then again, we'll also have our daily challenges. And so, yeah, you'll need to kind of watch the live streams daily or go back and revisit them if you can't join us live to make sure that you understand what the next day's challenge is. And again, the winners will be announced in the following day's live show. So bringing it back here. So that is kind of the general details of what we have going on for the event. However, I do want to highlight some of the really cool like merch and swag that was produced by our amazing team here at Aravaipa Artworks. So the Limitless Metal, which is actually one of the cooler metals I think we have designed. So it's going to come like this. And again, let me frame this up a little bit better here. And so you're going to have the kind of three-dimensional graphic. You're going to have some cloud engraves and the mountains in the background. But that's not exactly what is cool here. What's cool is it is like a dog tag metal where the layers can actually be separated out here. And so you can see the top layer. You can see the acrylic layer here with the cloud engraves. And so it's just a really cool piece that is different and allows you to kind of showcase your metal in a few different ways. So that is one of the really cool things that we have here today. Another really cool thing that you'll get in your swag bag is your participant tank. So going more with a more of a race singlet type of tank this year instead of more of a loose fit tank. And you can see the traditional Limitless logo there. We'll have these available in both men's and women's sizing, small through 2XL. So you will be asked to put in your sizing upon registration, and we will be able to get you all taken care of regarding that. And then we have a few purchasable items, which I think are really cool. So one of the things here are the Limitless Socks. So you can see the mountain and clouds on the front. and then I Am Limitless and Limitless Vertical Challenge on the back of each with the Aravaipa Virtual logo. And just know this is a prototype, these will be shifted down and centered in this space here, but they are amazing. If any of you have bought socks from us for our in-person or virtual events in the past, you know how quality they are. And I'm super stoked with how this design turned out, especially the mountains on the front here and the clouds. I think that those really popped nicely. So that's one purchasable item. And then we have some other really cool items. So right here we have a Limitless Magnet. So you can see the I Am in acrylic with the mountains and the sky paint in the background. But what's cool about this, you can see the magnets on the back, but it's also a bottle opener. So you can, this 4th of July, you've got a magnet to celebrate your achievement, but you've also got a bottle opener to open your beverage of choice if you need such a thing. So that is something you can purchase on the registration website. So one thing to note about all these purchasable items is you can only purchase them during registration right now. So when you register, make sure you add any of these to your cart, and we will be able to get you taken care of, or you will be added to the list for that purchase. So we will make sure we get those shipped out for you. We will be working on at some point trying to get these up on a shoppable website. So if you've already registered and didn't add any of these to your cart, we'll be working on trying to get those up onto a Shopify or our merch store as well. So be on the lookout for that. And Kazarian in the chat, you want to see me model the socks? I will model the socks, not on this live stream. However, you know what we'll do? Because you asked, and here at Aravaipa, especially in the virtual space, what we do is all for the people. We do things just for the people here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to model these socks, and we're going to put it on our Aravaipa Virtual Instagram page. So we will have that up in the coming days. That is a promise, and as Stefan Fiandero, who was in the chat earlier, knows, when I promise something, I deliver like milk and cookies at the finish line. So I will model those socks, not on this live stream, but we will post it on our Instagram page. It will either be... No, it'll be an in-feed post. We'll make it an in-feed post for the people, too. So be on the lookout for that, and thank you for joining the live stream. And I just want you to know in advance that with me modeling these socks, you're probably going to want a pair. So I hope you're ready for that, but we'll definitely make that happen. And again, thanks for joining us for the live stream. And so we've got a couple more merch items here. One of the really cool items, and this is actually probably one of my favorites. I think the one that is last is probably my most favorite, but we have our premium award this year. So this is what the premium award is going to look like. Again, the acrylic #I am there with the cloud engrave. You've got the mountains. You've got the bright limitless red. It's just a really cool premium award. And again, it's something that you can kind of display on your desk, on your fireplace. You can display it on your dresser. It's really cool. I'm really proud of our team for a lot of the woodworking stuff and the apparel stuff they were able to pull off this year. And I think that this exemplifies why we're so proud of the team we have here, because they can do really cool stuff like this. So any hats this year, Paul? Good. Thank you for asking, Paul. We are going to have 2 hat options this year. So this hat right here is the I Am Limitless Trucker Hat. That is available for purchase. And then we are going to have and I hope I don't pull my headset off here, the traditional Limitless Trucker Hat here. So this is your more traditional text logo style hat on a black trucker, whereas the I Am Limitless is going to come on more of a gray or a charcoal trucker. I personally really love the sublimated hats that we do here. And I think that both of these designs, we kind of have a design for everyone between the classic style trucker and the I Am Limitless trucker. So you can definitely pick those up during registration. And again, we'll work on trying to get a shoppable merch store up at some point as well. And then we also have the shirt that I'm wearing. So And actually, Anthony, can you hand me the other shirt over there? So we're actually nope, that one. So we're actually going to put this out in the chat here. So we currently have an orange option or a blue option. I prefer the orange option. What do you all think in the chat, whether you like the orange or the blue logo? I prefer the orange. I like the orange, but definitely let me know in the chat. Maybe we'll offer both. I'm not 100% sure right now, but we will try and make it work. Right now, we're definitely offering the orange as of right now. If you all also want the blue, I'm sure that I can pull some strings and we can make the blue happen, but just let me know in the chat. But this is going to be a sublimated graphic on a tri-blend tee. So the race singlets are on like a full polyester, like race singlet material. So definitely more of that like technical material, where this is going to be a little bit softer. You can wear this a little bit more both casually and for exercise if you want. So the tri-blend shirts that we do are some of my favorite just because of how comfortable the material is. So definitely check those out. And then last and certainly not least, and this is actually the first time that the public has seen this item that I'm about to unveil. So we haven't had a photo of it yet. We literally just got the photo right before this. So we'll get a photo posted on social and on our website soon. But we have I Am Limitless cutting boards. These things, I know that you can see it on the screen. I'm looking over to my left here so that I can see what you see. And I know that you can see how amazing this looks on the screen, but I promise you, this looks insane in person. And this is, one of the things that for this event that I'm like super proud of our team for is they took, this image basically, or the image that's on my hat, a digital image, and were able to turn that into this amazing and beautiful laser engrave. One of the things that we really worked on was making sure that the text here wasn't too deep. So the cutting board, this is a full functioning cutting board. This isn't something that you just have to use on display. The back side is also blank. So if you wanted to display one side and cut on the other, you could, but there's nothing wrong with displaying and cutting and hand washing this beautiful piece of cutting board. Yeah, and to quote the great Hector Rodriguez, he might like this because this isn't chopping wood, but this is chopping on wood. So shout out to H Rod, who is a San Diego legend over there in Southern California and a good friend of the Aravaipa brand. But yeah, I mean, this cutting board is incredible, and I'm super proud of our team for being able to like create and execute such an intricate design. So Matthew, that's some quality wood. Yeah, so the cutting board is a bamboo cutting board as well. So the wood of the cutting board itself is pretty durable, and if you're hand washing, it washes and holds up pretty well. But then just being able to add the kind of laser engrave to it, I think makes it like if you're looking for one item to really commemorate this virtual climbing journey with, that is the piece I would recommend because it's something that you're going to use fairly regularly, and you're just going to look at and have a lot of pride in. So shout out to our team at Aravaipa Artworks for creating such an incredible thing. Again, I'm super proud of what we were able to create and what the Artworks team was able to create on both the woodworking laser side as well as the merch side. I think the merch pack that we have is pretty cohesive and fun, and we have a little bit of everything for everyone. So if there aren't any other questions, I think that is going to do it for today's live stream. Again, I know that questions come up, so if you do come across any questions regarding anything with this live stream, just shoot me an email. It's Matt, M-A-T-T, at aravaiparunning.com, and I'm happy to answer any of your questions. Actually, I did just remember one thing. I am going to try and figure out where it is. Here it is. I forgot to mention this earlier. So one big thing to point out is at the bottom here is just due to basically like our production schedule and everything like that, in order to make sure that your packet ships prior to the race, you need to register by June 13th. Okay, so that's coming up in just a few weeks. So if you want to register and make sure that all your stuff ships prior to that, or prior to the race, you need to register by June 13th. Anyone who registers after that date, your packet, your race packet won't ship until 10 business days after the event concludes. So I know that's not the most ideal thing. That's just how our production schedule works right now, unfortunately. But what it means is register super early so that you can get all your amazing stuff prior to the race. The things that won't be included, regardless of when you register, are the cutting board. The cutting boards will all ship after. Regardless of when you register, the cutting boards will all ship after. And then I believe that's it in regards to what will ship after. If for some reason I'm wrong on that, I will make sure that I update you. But please do your best to register by June 13th if you're interested in joining in any of the fun. And again, if you have any questions at any time, feel free to shoot me an email, matt@aravaiparunning.com. Otherwise, that's going to do it for today's show. Look forward to seeing me modeling some incredible socks in the near future. And again, follow us on Instagram at Aravaipa Virtual so that you can kind of see all the fun shenanigans that we're up to. So thank you all for joining us, and I will catch you all next time. See ya.